Hello everyone and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Taurus for the mid-October time period. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. Please remember, this is a general reading. There will be some parts that don't resonate. Please take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest behind. You may also want to check out your other signs. In the past position, we've got the Tower card, clarified by the Ten of Wands. In the obstacle position, we've got Temperance, clarified by the Three of Swords. In the present position, we've got Knight of Pentacles, clarified by the Two of Cups. And in the future outcome position, we have the Devil, clarified by Judgment. So definitely mid-October, you may experience, if you're not already kind of experienced, a little bit of a kind of feeling up and down, especially emotionally, but also not feeling balanced, maybe feeling too grounded but not emotional enough. Definitely a little bit of a roller coaster with a little bit, you may have had an interaction that was difficult for you to process, or, received a bit of a disappointing news in a way where you have to kind of do something extra that you didn't expect to do. But the overall, reading is quite positive. The Three of Swords and the obstacle position is actually a pretty positive card, and the Knight of Pentacles as well, a very positive card, as well as the Two of Cups. In the past position, we have the Tower, clarified by the Ten of Wands. Of course, the Tower is not, never a good card, because it kind of involves drastic change, and the reason it's showing up in this reading is because something may be affecting your decision making, something may be affecting how you're thinking about something, because clearly in the past you had a little bit of a, a sudden upheaval, sudden change that perhaps you weren't prepared for, and it affected you in a way where you may be still remembering the pain, maybe it is still lingering, the effects of it, and of course that's not a pleasant feeling at all. And yeah, I mean, it's just a reminder for you that sometimes evolution is a little bit unpleasant, if you will, because, for your kind of life to progress, sometimes you have to go through changes which can be, difficult. Kind of drastic changes is what this card is all about. It's about leaving something behind and, creating space for something new, which some people, experience kind of, difficult, in a difficult way. It is about, like, if you want a world, you have to lose a world, So, definitely it's a bit of a tough card, but the good part is that it is already in the past position, so the majority of, the difficulty you've already overcome. But it may kind of be sort of still lingering and still maybe affecting a little bit of kind of your decision making, which, you have to watch that, because we must learn from the past, but we cannot be imprisoned by our past. We cannot be imprisoned by our fear. We must continue to be brave and courageous and move forward. If it could be perhaps pursuing a new relationship, it could be pursuing a new career change, it could be pursuing, relocation, it could be pursuing, it could be many different things, a new friendship, when you've been burned before or something. So definitely, it makes you grow in not such a pleasant way. And of course, the Ten of Wands is about carrying a lot of on your shoulders, like feeling like you're overwhelmed by all the responsibilities. It could be that you have a household to run and be, sort of like a boss at work and whatnot. So, have a lot of responsibilities, or maybe you've taken on a few more, projects that you shouldn't have taken on, or maybe you made a little too many promises that people were expecting from you, like different things. Definitely the combination of the Tower and the Ten of Wands is primarily work related, and it's not a very good combination because it suggests difficulties at work. Major obstacles perhaps, but they have been overcome. And so that brings us to the obstacle, which is Temperance, clarified by the Three of Swords. Now, Temperance is a beautiful card. Even in the obstacle position, it's quite powerful. Definitely very powerful. And this card is an actual angel. In the card, but it's an angel, and usually when you receive Temperance, it's a major arcana card, and that is a very strong message from the divine saying that you need to regain the balance, because you don't want a repeat of the Tower moment, and you don't want the Tower moment to keep holding you back. You definitely need to regain the balance. If we look at the angel's feet, and one foot is on the rocks and another foot is in the water, and of course the foot that is on the rocks suggests that you need to stay grounded, that you need to remember where you came from, you need to remember how hard it takes to, for people like who are just starting out, perhaps, you need to remember that. Also, the other foot, which is in the water, suggests that you need to remember to allow your emotions to kind of not be suppressed. So if you have been suppressing your emotions, it's of course, a reminder to change course a little bit. The Temperance is definitely about pursuing a path that is supposed to bring you to fulfillment. So when you have it in the obstacle position, it could suggest that you maybe are going in the wrong direction, or you're off course in something, and that means re-examine your motives. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? If the motives are true and honest, then you're moving in the right direction. But if they are not, if you are doing something to kind of look good in front of others, or kind of, gain leverage in something, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, then the Temperance is a very big warning that you're going to bring pain back into your life. Definitely make sure that you're not just pursuing the superficial things, that you are pursuing things that are meaningful to you, like soul-wise, things that you believe in, things that don't have a price tag attached to them, things that are about character and faith and strength, and morality and all of those. The Three of Swords is definitely it's not the best card to have in a reading, but in the obstacle position, it minimizes the experience of betrayal. It minimizes the hurt. It actually suggests that you may be like releasing the pain. That is, what the divine is trying to tell you here, that in order for you to regain balance and in order for you to move in the right direction, you have to release the pain that may be still attached to the Tower moment a little bit. So the pain that you've experienced, the insecurities that you've had, sometimes we tend to kind of repeat mistakes and we kind of wonder why. Eventually we do learn. And so the mistakes that have caused pain need to be released, because if you don't release them, you're going to be stuck in the same sort of kind of pattern, if you will. The Three of Swords for the majority of you is just going to be about negative self-talk and remembering that having positivity inside your head is very, very important, especially if you experienced a difficult moment in the past. You have to kind of put a lot more positivity back into your head. You have to make up for all the positivity that you lost as a reason of that tower moment. So you have to, regain that balance. You have to kind of realize that you've gained a lot of experience, that have learned and been through quite a lot over the last 24 to 36 months, for some even longer than that. So definitely practice self-care and compassion, and kind of, looking forward to things, maybe trying on a little bit of optimism so that you can move forward and not be so sensitive to people, to people's words, to people that are around you, because, a world is a tough place, and, you can't stop for every single person. You have to have at least some toughness in you, because, otherwise it's going to be a very difficult journey. So definitely make sure that, you take yourself seriously, and that you're kind to yourself, and, so that you feel maybe a little bit less overwhelmed. The Knight of Pentacles in the present position is a very positive sign. I very much like cards with yellow backgrounds, because, yellow background suggests that things are going to be happy, and there's, things to look forward to. So definitely the Knight of Pentacles is a omen for that a reward may be coming to you, and of course clarified with the Two of Cups could suggest that that reward is going to be actually a romantic connection. It could be that for those that a romantic connection is not a possibility, perhaps it's a friendship that is new, that's going to bring you ideas. It could be, maybe making a professional connection with someone at work, someone that you wouldn't necessarily think to make a connection with, but clearly there is a wonderful, union, friendship, partnership that is blossoming, and the pentacles are always good for the financial side of things. So definitely it seems that you may be benefiting financially quite a bit. In the future position, we've got the Devil, clarified by the Judgment. So the Devil is, of course, a little bit of a scary card. In fact, seeing the Tower, the Three of Swords, and the Devil could be a little bit daunting. But the Devil, also, can mean very many different things. It's definitely about materialism for some, or addiction for others. It could be a little bit of self-destructive kind of bad behavior type stuff. It could be that you are being kind of tempted by something that is going to give you perhaps a little bit of immediate gratification, but ultimately will be nothing but a pain in the ass later on. It could be that, it's a warning that maybe someone, someone that is going to appear in your future is not going to be a very good influence on you. So make sure, to take heed of that warning. It could be that you're going to put yourself in chains willingly. It could be like you're kind of imprisoning yourself to something toxic that is not going to help you. It could be someone from the outside. It doesn't necessarily have to be your energy. It could be someone that is around you, someone that you maybe have yet to meet. The Judgment, the Judgment clarifier is interesting because it's, Judgment is generally a positive card. It's about, searching for answers and rebirth, and definitely, if you did good things and good deeds in the past, then good karma is going to come your way. It is also a very positive court card, suggesting that a court matter will, come out in your favor. In the combination, the Devil and Judgment suggest that you may be facing someone, something that could be a little bit of a challenge, and you definitely have to stand your ground, and definitely have to stand kind of for with your beliefs, and make sure that you don't compromise sort of your morals. On the other hand, it could also be that you're turning to something unhealthy, like maybe you're cutting a corner someplace because you're tempted to maybe fast track, to success or something. So definitely watch. I mean, it's temptation. It's a bit of a red flag that is saying there may be a little bit of a person around you that you should not trust. But something tells me that you will know. Something tells me that is going to be clear to you if there is a person that you should not trust. Sort of how they behave and whatnot is going to give them away. It could also be, because it's paired with judgment, it suggests to me that judgment has, a very huge impact, because it is a major arcana card on the devil here. And so it could be that someone, perhaps it's you, perhaps it's someone else, knows that they are kind of not such a great influence. And perhaps they are maybe kind of, if you feel someone pulling away from you, or not, maybe getting an answer for something that you wanted, it could be that they are distancing themselves from you because they know that they are not going to offer you kind of anything that is going to help you. So with judgment, it's very great that judgment is clarifying the devil, because it kind of balances out the devil a little bit. And of course it's next to the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, so the devil aspect of it is here quite minimized. Let's see if we can clarify some of this reading with the 3 energy oracle cards that I pulled. And they are all tied up, relates to the devil. 6th chakra archangel Metatron, interesting. And man holding a coin. You've got 2 angels here. Temperance is an angel, and Metatron is also showing up in this reading. The all tied up, of course, card relates to maybe unhealthy kind of habits that you may have. Definitely a warning from the divine that you may feel kind of like you're stuck. In a way, it's a lack of motion or sense of personal freedom. It could represent a situation in your life where things seem to be severely stuck. Maybe a major drama may be going on around you, or maybe there's some kind of lack of progress. It could be that, you have technicalities that are blocking your way. So, like a piece of paper that's not signed, or something like that. And it could be that whatever is, holding you up, can feel like it's the end of the world. It could be that you're also feeling stuck because of your own beliefs. In that way, you have to re-examine things, and you kind of have to list things out, write things down to, figure out what the obstacle is and what is the best course, to kind of move past, beyond it. Definitely remember that October is a month when the veil between the divine world and our physical world is at its thinnest. So it is a great time for manifestation. So make sure that you do little rituals. Make sure that you help the divine kind of clear this obstacle up and untangle yourself. The 6th chakra archangel Metatron is about clarity of thought and personal vision. This very powerful archangel Metatron brings brilliant indigo vibrations to your brow chakra, or third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. When this card appears upright, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and expanded perspective toward broader horizons. Some new perceptions are taking hold, and the clouds and confusion are clearing. In some ways, this could be a new beginning for you, for you're on your way to developing a deeper insight about what's going on in your life and why. Now is the time to focus on your personal vision. What do you want your life to look like in the years ahead? So make sure that you plan, strategize. Make sure that you have, a piece of paper where you clearly write down a goal and a purpose. Why is that goal so important? And clearly write down resources that you have to achieve that goal. And clearly write down resources that you don't. And write down like week 1, week 2, week 3, like planning down to the, bare bones is very important. And it's important to write things down because as you write, it forces you to think and it kind of stimulates your mind to move towards your goal. The insight you need to create a vibrant life is available to you now. Like, you have things, and I mean, the angels are showing up in your reading. So definitely the divine is on your side, and the devil is very much minimized. The man holding a coin is a card, that suggests you may have a friend who's going to help you with money. Could be a romantic interest that could, bring money in your life, but greater success is on its way, especially when you start paying attention to your finances. Make sure that you budget, make sure that you watch how you spend your money. It could be that, you need to consult a financial advisor, or someone that you trust, to help you, kind of intuitively guide you to, where you need to be. Let's see what answers from angels we've got. I also pulled 3 answers from angel cards, and they are success, opportunity, the situation will improve. Those are beautiful cards. Wow. Opportunity is, this is such an amazing card. So yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. I am a little bit worried about the devil. I am a little bit worried about the tower, because, we're all emotional, and sometimes we need to make sure that our emotions are in order, kind of like like there's a structure, there's a hierarchy, there's like the major emotion that controls our goals, because, when we have unpleasant experiences, that affects us. That sometimes creates, a little bit of bondage, a little bit of kind of fear that holds us back. It's very difficult to develop courage. So definitely, I think this is very encouraging from the divine. You've got success with an exclamation point. You definitely have an opportunity, and the situation will improve is a very supportive kind of message and answer from our angels. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, please check back. I will be doing November readings next week. I just realized something I wanted to add as well. Do remember, Taurus, that October 2020 has a blue moon at the end. So October 31st is going to be the time when the blue moon will appear. Now, during a month, if usually there's at least 1 full moon, but when you have 2, the second one is called blue moon, and this particular moon is in Taurus, so that is going to be a very, very powerful time for you. So definitely make sure that it's going to be conflicting, because on one hand, Taurus is, they're earth elements, so they need to be grounded, they need to feel stability, security, and of course the moon is usually something mysterious and something that hides something because it's nighttime. But, so there may be a little bit of a conflicting energy that you feel. There may be a little bit of a tension, and, you sort of need to be prepared for that. So meditation is really good, and burning a little bit of sage. Actually, you want to burn, especially in the month of October, quite a lot of sage. You want to do it probably every week, if not several times a week, and make sure that you kind of get all the dark kind of thoughts out of your home, dark vibrations out of your home, because it looks like there's going to be a huge opportunity. There's going to be a leveling up that is coming towards you. It's going to require quite a bit of energy, it seems, and you may feel overwhelmed. That's where you need balance. That's where you need enough rest, because if you don't get enough rest, you're not as sharp, and so you may make a mistake that could be quite costly. And with everything that's been going on this year, it's important to make as few mistakes as possible. Really have to be focused and kind of on and pay attention. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Taurus. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting, and I'll see you next time.